All right, welcome everybody to our Father's Day special this week on our Stories of Hope presentation. And so, in light of Father's Day, we know how important those men are in our lives, whether they're dads or grandpas or uncles or brothers, or family friends, or that, fill in male role model. We know how important men are, and we love hearing the success stories that men have in their health and wellness. So that's actually where we're going to get started today. So I had this testimony shared with me, and I wanted to share with you. So this came from a family member who said, "We are so excited about my husband's cholesterol numbers. It came down 40 points since he started Soul Products about 4 months ago." So that's a great example of just one area of health and wellness that we see improvement from, and we're really, really excited for that family. So to kick us off, we are also going to talk about 6 goals for success with the other Kristen Alexander. And
Woo-hoo.
Kristen, it's the Kristen team today.
Yeah, so fun. Well, I want to share, this is so exciting because as women, like we know, we shout from the rooftops with whatever we're doing with our wellness, right? But sometimes the guys don't seem to be as shouting from the rooftops, right, about what they're doing, but we can't forget that they need it too, right? That they need all the things just like we do. So this is so, so awesome, and so grateful for the guys that actually did share. So that's going to be amazing. But yes, I love these, what we're going to take on right now, the 6 goals for success, and get out your pens and paper and take some notes. It's just going to be really fun. And I totally geek out on this stuff. So thanks for being here, everyone. So adaptogens, why take adaptogens? Okay, so when you see the word adaptogen, when you hear the word adaptogen, just think about adapt. Like, what in your life do you need to adapt to? Everything, right? We need to adapt to everything. And what's so great about these just magic herbs is that they support our body in adapting to the daily stressors. They give our body things that we can't give it, right? They create a balance within our body that we can't do through external tools. So these are just amazing. It's like having another coach that you don't have to talk to, right? Like, how awesome would that be? Like, you just got to take them every day. They're just amazing. And these blends, the adaptogens with the blends, it just creates simplicity. Like, you don't have to think about it with that. And also, you're getting nutritional value. Like, I don't even like to use the word supplement because it's just so far above anything I've ever known a supplement to be. And it's herbal nutrition is what you're getting. So to be able to do this and also be getting and gaining some nutritional value, it's a win-win. So just go with it. We'll go on to the next one, nutrition. Yay. So probably not the first time you're going to hear just eat whole foods, right? But like, why? And like, what even is a whole food, right? There's so many different things that go into just making sure that you have some balanced nutrition. Again, you're going to find the soul blends are going to help you balance that as well. But eat the rainbow. Okay, the reason for eating the rainbow is that our nutrients and minerals need other nutrients and minerals to actually absorb each other. So that's where eat the rainbow comes from. And it's just pretty, right? So I'm going to give you a little piece of advice. So hear this, like, what is whole foods? Okay. If it went through a field, if it flew through the sky, if it swam in the water, if it fell from a tree, or if it grew from the ground, that is a whole food. Okay. So that's just kind of something to remember. And what we also want to think about too is, and it just keeps getting, like, the awareness around it just keeps growing, but the brain gut connection. Okay. We source our gut with healthy things. It's going to tell our brain and our mind to just do the right things, right? So there is definitely a connection, and there's research, it's proven, all the things. So just trust us on that. So those are just some little key points about nutrition. And the third, hydration, just drink the water, right? Just drink the Kool-Aid. No, drink the water. But did you know that our body is 2/3 water, right? So why do we need water? We need that. Our brain is even more. Like we need water for all of the things. And just a little note when you like, how much water am I supposed to drink? Am I supposed to drink 8 glasses? Like how many ounces are those glasses supposed to be? Like I just keep forgetting to drink my water because I get wrapped up in my day. Guys, we've heard all the things, trust me, all the things. But when you think about how much water should you be drinking, everybody's different, right? Everybody's body composition, all the things are just different. So just think about it this way for a baseline. You want to look at drinking half your body weight in ounces of water a day, okay? Don't freak out yet. Okay, because you can build up to that. And if you're somebody who's like, no way, because all I'm going to do is go to the bathroom, I can't spend half of my day in the bathroom. I'm going to tell you that if you do this gradually, your body will adjust to it. Okay. I promise. Like we've been there, we've done that. And it is sometimes hard to remember to do all the things, right? Not sometimes, most of the time it's hard to remember. And one of the things that I have my people do is I'm like, just set a timer. There's actually apps for this, you guys. Set a water timer. Don't ever think that you're above using a timer. I'm telling you that right now. Okay. Don't ever think you're above it. Because even the most determined, the most disciplined people need timers, track different things and all that. So don't ever put yourself above that. But water is going to help us flush out our system. Okay. It's going to help us it's going to help with your energy. It's going to help with your fatigue. It's going to help you avoid headaches. If you are dehydrated, you're going to see all those things start to lapse. Constipation, all the things that are just going to make you feel yucky. And I remember being really surprised that I'm like, wait a minute, water can give me energy and have me be in a better mood. Yes, please. And it's free. Like, come on, let's just do it. So that's what we got for hydration. The next one is movement. Yeah, there's a reason we call it movement. Don't be afraid of movement. A lot of people are intimidated by the word exercise, okay? And we're not saying that you have to go out and do the crazy. And, everybody, again, has a different level of movement that they're capable of in their body, in their mind, okay? And this isn't something that you have to take on 110% right away. One of the things that many don't know is that our lymphatic system, which is responsible for flushing out the toxins in our body, does not self-engage itself like our heart does and like our blood pumps, right? So we have to propel that. And how we do that for our lymphatic system is we move. That's one of the reasons why sometimes you'll see people sitting on a ball for their desk chair instead of, it's great for core strength too, but you can sit and you can bounce. Those little trampolines that are like so much fun and they're so cute. People will get on that and just, either walk on it or bounce on it for 5 minutes, that kind of thing. So those little things can just, when you go out to get the mail, walk around your house twice, something is better than nothing. And what you may find is that the more you get your body moving, the more you want to do it. Right. So you just don't know. You might be walking around your house twice. And then by the end of it, you're like, well, I did my house twice. I may as well do my street. Then, oh, I did my street. May as well go around the block, So just set yourself with a new challenge every day just to do something and not be sedentary. And we're finding that a lot because a lot of people are working from home now. So, they're not moving as much, not parking their car and then walking through the parking lot, all the things. So take every opportunity that you can. And when you do exercise and when you do get that heart pumping, you're going to get the happy endorphins that come along with that. And that's a natural production. So you're not going to exercise and not be happy. I'm just saying, you're not going to move your body and not be happy. So that is just part of it, aside from all the other millions of benefits that we can share with you. But reduced anxiety and depression is one. So keep that in mind because that's there. But the next one, number 5, sleep. Yes, we need it. And it's very easy to cut it short. I don't know if I'm the only one on the planet that when I go to sleep, I'm like, so what did I do today? What did I not do today? What did I have to do tomorrow? Oh my gosh, did I ever finish that conversation that I started with that person 7 years ago? Like, what are the things, right? So adaptogens help with that too, by the way. But sleep, that is when our body repairs and recovers. That's what we need. That's when our body heals. That's when it has the time to be able to do what it needs to do. So we definitely want to make sure that we're making sleep a priority. And when you have good sleep, you will start to see that everything else starts to become just a little bit easier because you're rested, because your body is in a good state, because you're not tired, because you're not grumpy, all those things. I mean, even weight gain is connected to lack of sleep. So go figure, you guys, right? It also, you get a good night's sleep. What you're gonna do is you're gonna make it tougher for the illnesses to come in, for disease to come in. You're gonna, make it really hard for the inflammation to continue to expand in your body and all the things. And you're just gonna have a better mood. Actually, with all of these things, you guys, mood is a thing, every single one of them. So if you want to be in a good mood, just do the things. With that. And then gratitude just lights up my heart. So, this is a fun fact. You are not, just like I said with a couple of the other things, you cannot not be happy when you're thinking about what you're grateful for. It's just a thing, right? And I have this, just happen to have a gratitude journal right next to me that if you want to be able to gratitude every day with like essentially no effort, a lot of times sometimes we need prompts. Like I sit down with my pen and my paper, like, how do I gratitude? What do I even do about that? Like, how do I start? Well, you guys look at this 5-minute gratitude journal. Seriously, just go get it and start. It gives you the prompts, it has the affirmations, all the things. But literally gratituding every day will help change your perspective on life. And what you'll be able to do is when you find yourself in a funky mindset, you are going to be able to self-generate yourself out of that because you're going to have that. It does become automatic, I promise, but you do have to continue to work on it. But you can automatically like shift that and be like, okay, I know that this is happening right now and I know this is going on. It doesn't feel good, but you know what? I am so happy that blank, 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 whatever that might look like. And it will literally shift because then you start to feel a little bit silly about the things that you were like kind of stressed about or whatever, because you're like, yeah, but you know what? Like I'm here and I'm breathing and I'm with my favorite person and I get to do this and I get to do that. Like guys, we get to live. We get to live. Like that is not, nobody's obligated to keep us living. Nobody's obligated to keep us breathing. So just if anything else, just be grateful that you got up today. Okay. But that's all I have. And really, if you guys want to dig into any of these anymore, just reach out to the person that you know sent you here, because this is where our heart is. This is what we like to dig into. And also, don't forget that it is a lifestyle that you're going to continue to work on forever. Like it's not you try to take on every single one of these, you're going to be like, peace out, thanks, no way, right? Pick one thing to focus on for 1 week, then pick up another thing. Just go slow and make it a lifestyle because it's going to be much easier. Because the second you start to think you have to take everything away, you're going to want all those things and then you're going to want more stuff, right? That's just how our brain works. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you took some good notes. Yeah, we're looking forward to the next one.
Thank you, Kristen. And
Yeah.
I love how simple you made that. And I know the focus this week is particularly on men's health, but these are things that can work for every single one of us. And I'm especially speaking of gratitude. I'm going to practice some gratitude right here and thank Kristen for teaching me about the power of gratitude, because that was something that really impacted my life when she took the time to teach us that. So couldn't think of anybody better to explain that. So yes, it is a lifestyle and you guys can do it. So, okay, speaking of our men, let's go back and hear a few more testimonies from some of our guys. So this is Seth Geigel. He is a dad of 4 amazing children. And correct me if I'm wrong, Kristen, dad of 4, 8 and under, I believe. So he's in the midst of all of it. And so he sent us this. It said, 3 years ago, I decided to try Soul Vital. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I really liked how it made the stiffness calm down in my shoulders and back. After taking Vital for a while, I added Royal to the Vital. And my wife began noticing the difference in the reaction I had with stressors like kids bickering, work, and family life in general. So as a dad of 4 kids under 8, I'm sure you're under a lot of stress, Seth. And the stiffness in your shoulders and back probably didn't make it much easier. So I love this, and I love how it affected his entire life, physically, emotionally, mentally, and all of that. So thanks, Seth, for sharing that. Next, we have a super special story. This is actually our executive vice president of Soul Naturals, who also happens to be kind of a super dad of 6 children. And so he sent us a quick testimony of what the Soul products have done for him. So go ahead and listen in. Oh, hold on. I have to share the sound. Here we go. All right. Let's hear what Jordan has to say.
Hey everybody, wanted to give a quick shout out to all the dads out there. As you can see right above my head, I got all sorts of reasons to take Soul and to keep myself physically strong and mentally going. Man, I'll tell you what, with 6 kids, there's always something going on. So I want to make sure that I'm always feeling my best, and Soul's products absolutely help me do that. With all the aches and pains and different things I got going on, they keep me going strong. Plus, with 6 kids, anytime anything is going around the neighborhood, people are getting sick, you know it's going to end up at my house as well. So we've got them on a great routine, and I'm on a great routine to make sure I'm feeling healthy and strong. And so Soul is such a key part to making sure that I can be the dad that I want to be, and making sure I keep my kids healthy as well, which is what a dad does, right? We protect our kids, take care of our families. So if you're a dad out there and you haven't tried our Soul products yet, man, they're such a key thing to help me be the best dad I can be.
All right, let me get out of here before that next video starts going. Sorry about that, guys. And you know what I think is so cool about this is that he lives it, you know, with his family. As the executive vice president, he does live the lifestyle right along with us, and he understands the importance of it for not just him, but his entire family. And aren't they cute? I think they're so cute. All right.
Cute.
And then our next one comes from Paul. So Paul is also a dad, and I love his story because it comes from him being a dad at 2, but also his kids are 20 and 22. So he is an empty nester. And so I love his story. So let's go ahead and take a listen to what Paul has to say.
Very lovely lady in my life. And one of the things that I have found out about her later in life is that she loves to research. So as we got into utilizing or learning about Soul, she did a lot of digging into the products. And yes, I listened, maybe not always looking like I was listening. But as I started to utilize the product, and I took the assessment and started out. It was at a time in my life when there were some big chapters changing. My boys were growing up and were about ready to leave the nest, and other things going on in the world that I really needed to stop and say, okay, I can't keep going the way I was going. And what I found was what Soul brought to my life was this solid nutritional base that I was able to kind of change the protocol that I was utilizing to support kind of the things that needed to be supported as I went along. I think for me, still to this day, the most amazing thing is that when you look at what each of these products does, they actually do what they say they were going to do. You find different changes in your life that, you know, whether it be digestive or respiratory. I have allergies. I've had allergies all my life, and as I took Clear SI and some of the other products, that went away for the most part. Most of my life, most of the time, until when spring would roll around, and then we'd build that up. And I zipped through the seasons when the allergies would hit most, and off I would go, and then I would be off and change my protocol to something different. So that's kind of what's been the biggest learning for me is how well these products work in your life. As you build a base with nutrition, so many things come along with that, and just kind of what we've heard tonight in the teachings is that when you have that support and you know what's coming in and you know you're getting your nutrition, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, those things come along very well behind that, because you have this base. You feel confident that your body is functioning better than it ever has, and I've found that. The other thing is, I like the routine. I know when I take the things that I take and when I need them throughout the day, and so I'm aware of where I am in the day, and whether it be, joining that with water or whatever it may be, I feel better, and I don't have those highs and lows throughout the day. I also am very aware of my body and the things that are going on, and have a real clear mindfulness throughout the day to get things done, to know what needs to get done, and to be very productive. With that, feeling better, having that focus and the energy to get through the day, when I get to the end of the day and I'm able to put my feet up and relax and maybe have my Renew tea, I find that I relax. And then when it's time to go to bed, I fall asleep. I don't have the joint pain that I was surprised at my age, which I won't tell you. But at 60, things start to get a little sore, but I don't have that anymore when I'm taking my nutrition. And so just by having my protocol through Soul touch every aspect of my life, the support that I get being positive and productive in my life has been fantastic. And probably the only thing better than that is friends have seen the change. Friends have asked about the change, not me telling them about it, but them asking, what did you do different? How have you changed what you're doing? And being able to share Soul with them, and then having them have the same experience that, oh, wow, this really does work, has been probably the best benefit. Because it's nice to tell your friends what you're doing and then them find that same benefit. And we've had that happen with very close friends in our lives that have been struggling with a lot of different things and have found great solace. Very lovely lady in my life.
All right. Well, thank you, Paul, for that recording. That is just such a great example of a guy who took on these 6 pillars and really adapted it into his life. And so shout out to Paul, who is also another amazing dad. So we would love to hear from you. We would love to hear your story. We would love to highlight your testimonies, your stories of what has helped you in your Soul program. If you're not a part of it, we have a Facebook group called One Soul on Facebook. And so if you haven't joined yet, be sure to check that out. If you're watching us live from the Facebook group, you already know about it. So you're good to go. We also do have a YouTube channel as well. But we just want to say thank you today, especially for all of the amazing men in our lives, those who are dads or grandpas, or those who have stepped into the role of father, grandpa, mentor. We thank you, and we honor you today, and we hope that you have a great rest of your day and week, and we will talk soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.